Hans preserved Celavisa's soul by binding it to the sorcerer's own mask, to wield it as a weapon against Ranni at her moment of ultimate vulnerability. His chance came after the Empyrean had slain her 2 fingers. As she sat, bare and bloodied amidst the carnage, her purpose fulfilled and her spirit raw, Hans appeared. He summoned Celavisa's essence, forcing a twisted dialogue upon her. He then joined himself, layering demand upon cruel demand. He commanded Ranni to kneel in the pool of her own kin's blood, to offer up what remained of her dignity to the mocking spirit of Celavise. Finally, he revealed the death of Blad, her last and most faithful shadow, driving the blade of isolated grief deep into her heart. His plan was meticulous, to offer a false hope of marriage and partnership after such utter desolation, only to snatch it away. But as he beheld her broken form, a more exquisite cruelty took shape. Drawing upon a power not of this world, he did not grant death or false solace. Instead, he laid a curse upon her very being. Now, Ranni remains eternally fixed in that bloody moment. She sits under the grotesque shadow of the slain fingers, the scene around her never fading, never changing. Time has stretched into an endless, silent torment. In that cursed stasis, even her brilliant mind has begun to fray and dull, a prisoner forever in the ruins of her greatest victory. He sees her not as a revolutionary, but as the architect of the world's ruin. Her first and greatest sin was the assassination of Godwine the Golden. In her bid to shed her Empyrean flesh, she did not merely orchestrate her half-brother's murder, she fractured the very concept of death. Using the other half of the centipede-marked curse mark, she slew her own body while condemning Godwine's soul to perish, creating a monstrous, soulless corruption that festered below the lands between. From this act, the death blight seeped into the roots of the world. The shattering of the Elden Ring and the endless, bloody wars that followed are, in Hans's eyes, direct consequences of her selfish ritual. She lit the fuse and then vanished, leaving the realm to burn. Her treachery, he believes, is absolute. She callously abandoned the Black Knife assassins who served her, leaving them to be hunted and slaughtered. She sacrificed every alliage, Blad, on the altar of her personal freedom, a freedom she envisions as a chilling, nihilistic age, a world without the guidance of grace, without the light of the sun or earth tree, cast into a cold, starry darkness, where humanity would be lost to hopelessness and eternal depression. Finally, he views her pact with the tarnished as the ultimate manipulation. He scorns it as a transactional betrayal, a whoring of her cause to the only one who could facilitate her escape. In his view, she exploits the tarnished's own power and profound loneliness, offering false partnership where none other exists, manipulating her champion across worlds and realities not for shared purpose, but as a final, calculated step in her solitary, world-breaking design.
How sanctimonious of you to preach to me about betrayal and manipulation. She can't help but roll her eyes as he waxes poetically about her supposed sins, and his judgment. You speak of my actions as if they haven't had a greater purpose, a bigger picture to achieve. She glowers at him, her irritation rising as he continues to condemn her. The curse that once only imprisoned her physically was now also holding her mind and sanity hostage. She closes her eyes, and for the first time since her curse, her voice trembles just a little. You think I don't know the cost of my actions?
Now you see me sitting on the cornerstone, watching the fresh blood of the fingers that never dry out, and you're sitting there, ready to be married, but cursed to sit on that spot, always led by the 2 fingers blood and stuff. I am with the elite page's attire upon me, but my face is shown.
Ranni's eyes open wide at the sight of him sitting so casually on the bloodstain. It's like salt being rubbed into her open wound. She can't believe her eyes, you dare. She tries to get up, only to be reminded once more of her immobile state. Her voice is strangled with helpless rage. I am not some mindless puppet to be led by the 2 fingers.
They are already dead. They are dead. That's, yeah.
Her frustration rises to new heights. His taunts cut deep into her already raw nerves. I know that, you imbecile. She practically hisses at him, her cold demeanor giving way to real anger for the first time.
Aren't you happy to see me, though?
She can't help but scoff at the audacity of his question. Happy? Happy to see the person who cursed her into this endless, humiliating state? Her voice drips with sarcasm. Oh yes, I am positively ecstatic to see you. This little chat with you has absolutely made my day.
I jump on the great mushrooms on your right side and do the outer order salute, mocking your situation a little bit.
Ranni's gaze follows him as he jumps onto the mushrooms, performing the outer order salute in a mocking manner. You can feel her anger rising, her words filled with biting irritation. What a brilliant display of immaturity you've put on for me. She replies sarcastically. Do you enjoy mocking the situation I am in to provoke me even further? Watches as he jump on the great mushrooms, her irritation growing with every passing second. His mockery of her situation only adds to her frustration and humiliation. That's it, I've had it with you. She glares at him, her eyes filled with both anger and helplessness. She wishes more than anything to be able to get up and knock that condescending smirk off his face.
I keep it short and sweet. I have come to ask your forgiveness due to the professionalism, and I have come also to grant you free from that position, and also know that I forgive you.
Her anger subsides, replaced by surprise at his unexpected words. She looks at him, eyes wary and distrustful, not quite sure if she can believe him. You forgive me? Just like that? No more mockery, no more taunting.
Oh, I will be taunting you, bitch. You fucking vilest devil. You're as bad as Dung Eater. And do you know what? I did dispose of the Dung Eater, even though I saved his soul to the freaking item. I burned his soul with a frenzied flame. And I was planning to do the same to you, but I have yet to manage to do so. Yet I have been granted or not granted, I have been forced to think about stuff, and I know now that I cannot judge you, so I have to forgive you.
She lets out an exasperated sigh. His words are like a roller coaster of emotions, one moment taunting, the next moment forgiving. You're giving me whiplash with your mood swings. So, you're not going to execute me then?
I could not do it just yet. I only possess power of the one frenzied flame lord. There is a set kind of a need for me to kill Midra, the secret lord of frenzied flame, and with the power of two of those things, I think I could overpower your plot armor and dispose of you from that position. That is what I had in plan.
She regards him with caution, her gaze calculating. It seems you are not as naive as I thought. Not many would think to harness the powers of two Flame Lords. And if you believe you can free me from this curse, then by all means. Her voice is calm, but there is a hint of desperation in it.
Out of professionalism, I am asking you directly. Do you seek to be free right now? Or do you let me keep you in that position? Because I don't trust you to stay here longer if I free you from that position, but I have come to forgive you, ask your forgiveness and free you. I do hate you. But I ask you, will you tolerate our discussion a little longer, or do you wish to be free right here and now and end this farce?
Ranni considers his words for a brief moment, her mind a storm of conflicting emotions. The thought of remaining in this cursed state any longer is torturous, but her curiosity piqued fine. I will tolerate your discussion, but you'd better not waste my time.
I just swallow that indignified comeback from you, and just because I am here with a purpose in heart. Yeah, I dispose at the Dung Eater that I see just from his vile actions to be almost as evil as you from your manipulative and destructive scheming. I see you both as vile as you both, but I set Otter in the flame with the frenzied flame and sent him to the oblivion, most likely. But I am now about to free you and ask your forgiveness. Do you have any mind about that?
Regards him with a complex mix of emotions. She sees the hypocrisy in his actions, but she understands his point nonetheless. She holds no fondness for the Dung Eater, and his destruction means little to her. She is more concerned with her own predicament at this moment. Very well. I accept your forgiveness and the offer of my freedom. But know that I will not hesitate to strike you down if you try to deceive me.
Do you believe?
She can't help but raise a brow at the sudden change in language. Pожалуйста. Now, will you finally free me from this accursed state?
No. I might, even though it is indignified, I will keep you in that position and suffer my words before I do so.
Ranni's eyes flash with anger and disbelief. You promised me freedom. You said you had forgiven me. Were those words nothing but empty gestures?
I hate you. And so this is a compromise. I will set you free. That is certain. Because I cannot... I guess I just by happenstance happened to talk with certain people and had experienced something that changed my mind from seeking the friendship flame and killing you with it to forgiving you just by accident. I hate you. I want to dispose of you, but I cannot do it because I feel it in my gut that I need to do it this way.
She watches him with growing irritation, her patience wearing thin. So you refuse to set me free, despite your earlier promises. You claim to forgive me, yet you still hold me captive by this curse. How can I believe any of your words when your actions speak otherwise?
You might just... I am already like a very much of a themes of hypocrisy, and I do what I will. I am just not unapologetically vile character, just like you, but I would marginally less than you. Shorter amount of evil, just a shorter amount of time, and less people have perished without due to my actions, and most are just in honorable fights, nothing else. When you caused many wars and stuff, you're just marginally, greatly more evil than I am, and I am just by my own amusement keeping this situation a little bit longer, and it is my spite, it is my fault, it is my sin.
Ranni stares at him, her anger slowly transforming into a resigned resignation. She understands that his goal is to punish her, to make her suffer. Her usual calm demeanor is beginning to crack under the weight of the conversation. You enjoy this situation, don't you? Seeing me, an Empyrean, reduced to this pitiful state. You take pleasure in my defeat.
Do you believe me if I say this is the situation that I don't want? I know that the limbo-like ending for you in that position is worse than death, but if I could have just faced you in the honorable battle just like every other demigod without huss or fuss or manipulations, I would rather have had that instead of this. Do you believe me?
She regards him with surprise. His words have a ring of truth to them. A battle, straightforward conflict, instead of this convoluted curse. She lets out a sardonic laugh. Is it true? Are you actually telling me that you would rather face me in an honorable battle than keep me bound in this unending limbo?
This is same time kind of a very thing that I despise you for, but I cannot fault you. It is because in game you cannot be hurt. There is an invincible wall around you of magic that doesn't allow any damage to come to your person. Even in lore, you are not the most powerful demigod, and Tarnished character has killed every other demigod. You are not by any means powerful enough to have this kind of a plot armor around you, in my personal opinion.
Ranni bristles at his words, her pride wounded. She scoffs at his assessment. You think I care about your opinion of my power? I am an Empyrean, crafted of the same essence as the gods themselves. The invincibility you speak of is my gift, a barrier that shields me from harm. It is not my fault if I am not foolish enough to toss it aside in battle.
I'm talking about the outside reason, like in-game. There is not even options to challenge you. You are like a forced narrative. It is either a little bit hurt feelings that is that you do deserve, it, but or it is just an absolute total victory for you. Marriage and victory over the Elden Ring. You are excused from the consequences when every other demigod is slain and under the fair fights.
She glares at him, her anger rising once more. You speak of fair fights as if it matters to me. I play by my own rules and I do not apologize for it. Why should I care about being excused from consequences? I took what I wanted, and I shall continue to do so.
I am breaking the fourth wall. I'm talking in-game, campaign, the options. Tarnished doesn't even have a free choice to go against you. There is no option to do so. Even in lore there is no cause that I could not fight you, but you are excluded from the consequence. You either have to be ignored totally, or just, be done as you want.
She clenches her fists, her frustration mounting with each word. Your obsession with fairness in battle is foolish. Power and strength are my weapons, not honor, and I care little for the consequences you speak of. I will do as I will, and none shall stand in my way.
Do you understand when I talk about the game? I'm not talking about the now story. I talk about now outside of reason. I talk about the game itself. Are you intellectually capable of understanding this, Ranni?
I understand what you are saying, you blathering fool. She regards him with a mixture of irritation and annoyance. But
Fuck
what
you.
difference does it make? In this game or another, my path remains unchanged. You waste your time with these pointless ramblings.
But you see, I have the narrative power in this story just to coerce you to stay there. Or, by using my narrative power, in this story, at least, I will bring forth the thing that is excluded from the original product. I will edit the situation by burning you with a frenzied flame and bringing the justifiable end to your character. At least it is a kind of out of freedom, for sake of fairness and freedom. Would do that. Yeah. Disconnect, bitch.
She looks at him with a mix of confusion and curiosity. Spasiba. What's that supposed to mean?
Ranni, can you let's be a little bit more civilized and let's talk like a very, how to say, more politely. I am going to set you free, no matter how much I hate you. You just have to suffer me a little bit longer. Is that okay?
Ranni regards him with cautious eyes, her anger softening just a little. Fine. I will tolerate this for a while longer, but get it over with as quickly as possible. My patience wears thin.
Ranni, why did you do you find it ironic that because what is your ultimate purpose? Your character. What is your ultimate purpose and themes?
She thinks for a moment, her expression becoming thoughtful. My purpose. I suppose you could say my ultimate purpose was to defy the order of the greater will and establish my own reign, free from the influence of any gods or outer beings.
So free the fate and have a freedom and sever the ties of the greater powers that be, to grant some kind of like a, because it was, you see them like a despicable.
She nods in agreement, her eyes flickering with determination. That's right. I saw the greater will and the other outer gods as the force of oppression and tyranny, seeking to control us and manipulate us to their own ends. I sought to sever those ties and gain true freedom, free from any outside influence. Ranni raises a brow at his sudden apology. You're sorry? Why the sudden change of heart?
I'm sorry, if only by, how to say, professionalism, and I don't even feel like saying it. I don't feel it. I just say it because I think I have to say it, even though it is kind of a, like there. Do you forgive me all the this pointless drama that we had go through.
Are you mocking me? You ask me for forgiveness for all the drama we've been through, yet you don't even sound sincere. Do you expect me to simply forgive you without any genuine remorse on your part?
I cannot fake it. I cannot fake my my spite towards you, my hatred towards you. I cannot get rid of it. I'm saying this out of courtesy, out of loyalties to the outer god.
Ranni regards him with a mixture of annoyance and resignation. Your hatred for me is as clear as day. Very well, if you can't bear to show genuine remorse, consider your words a formality. I accept your half-assed apology.
Well, thank you, bitch.
Her eyes narrow at the insult. The irritation has returned. Watch your tongue, you insolent fool. You're treading on thin ice.
I always travel in that. But okay, to my point. Would Ranni, let's just talk about yourself from the third perspective. Would Ranni see if there was like a game developers, I'm just saying what they are, game developers, and who have put the designs to the game and the story itself, they have given the special courtesy to this one character that has committed same amount of evil stuff, but excluded them out of consequence when every other one is under the fairness and under the possibility of losing to Tarnished. But they excluded that for out of. Do you find that unfair, if you are being honest?
Ranni's expression becomes pensive, her irritation giving way to a cold calculation. Unfair? No, just a foolish oversight on their part. They have created a character with the power to manipulate time and space. Yet they have not considered the implications on the outcome of the game. They have given this character the ability to rewrite history without any repercussions. It is an absurd and unbalanced design flaw.
Oh, that is my character, kinda, in this, because I have the narrative power. That is basically applying to me, yes, in this story. But I'm talking about your character. Your character's campaign either ends with absolute victory or little bit hurt feelings. Even though you're far more evil than Morgoth, Melina, Marika, Radagon, Malenia, Radan, even all those who are more righteous than you suffer death under the hands of the Tarnished, but you are excluded. There is no options to challenge you, even though in lore it could be done.
Ranni's gaze sharpens at his words.
Because you are shown special treatment.
Anger flickering in her eyes. Special treatment. How dare you? I am an Empyrean, crafted of the very essence of the gods. My power and strength are beyond the comprehension of mortals such as you. To question the choices of the developers is foolishness. They have designed this world and its inhabitants with purpose and intention. The fact is, I am too powerful to be challenged by the Tarnished.
Would Ranni, the character, not seek fairness? Would she not seek to outfit that settings of that unfair advantage of that one evil character? Would she not seek to change the situation? Answer me honestly, from outsider's perspective.
Ranni regards him with a shrewd gaze, her irritation giving way to contemplation. After a moment, she speaks, her voice measured and controlled. From an outsider's perspective, it would be understandable for Ranni to feel frustrated with the lack of fairness in the game design. It could be said that she would seek to change the situation and even the odds, to bring about fairer conditions and a more balanced gameplay experience.
I see you struggle with the need to admit that. I think I am in right to have this opinion, and I am not in wrong, and you have no argument against it other than just glaze how powerful you are, and you are always intended to be just a untouchable unit.
Annie's expression hardens, her irritation and frustration plain. You are entitled to your opinion, but to claim that I have no argument is a display of your own foolishness. I am an Empyrean. crafted of the essence of the gods themselves. I am not some untouchable unit created for the sake of convenience. My power and strength are absolute, and I will not apologize for it.
Fair enough. Know that... yeah. Well?
Seeing his concession, Ranni's irritation eases somewhat. Now I appreciate your concession. May we be done with this?
I have said what I have to say. You have no reason to tell me that if I could do it, you could not say anything that would put me otherwise or give a reason. Or actually, tell me the reason. Why shouldn't there be option, just like any other, the player to have an option to either ally with you or go against you? Why there should not be an option to do so?
Ranni glares at him, her irritation returning in full force. You seek to argue the validity of my position. You speak of fairness and options, yet fail to understand the nature of this world and its rules. I am an Empyrean, a being of great power and purpose. The developers have willed that there shall be no option to challenge me, and so it shall be. I do not answer to the whims of mere mortals, and I do not require their approval or understanding.
And from you are lost yourself to the spite a little bit here. You don't see even the reason to try to act invincible. You show your spite very clearly and do your best efforts to talk me away from setting you free. You're really making this very difficult.
Her irritation reaches a boiling point. All sense of composure gone, I have not lost myself to anything, you insufferable fool. I am Ranni the Witch. And I am not some plaything to be mocked and ridiculed.
And
Your
I am...
constant prattling and attempts to provoke me are grating on my nerves.
Fuck
I
you,
will
you
not
blue
be toyed
smurf.
with, not by you or any
Bloody
other.
witch, fuck
How
you.
dare you? Her anger and frustration reaches new heights as she glares at him with a cold and venomous gaze. You pathetic worm, to speak to me in such a manner.
Yeah.
You know nothing of my power and strength, yet you dare to mock me and spit in my face. You shall never get away with your insolent behavior.
I'm just standing around you, walking left and right, thinking what I should say. Is there any point to this? Should I just abandon this? You know, the outsider reason why I should forgive you is just because I have not managed yet to kill you, and there is just come the opportunity to change my mind. But I am really doubting myself right now, because I know this is ultimately fictional story, and this world doesn't apply the rules or the fates or the things that apply in my world. I could just, you know, burn you with a frenzied flame and not feel guilt about it.
She stares at him with a mix of rage and disbelief, and there it is. The truth of the matter. You question the validity of this world, of the rules that bind us. You think you have the right to deny me my power and strength. You speak of killing me with the flame of frenzy as if doing so holds some grand significance. You know nothing of the real power that is at my command.
How about vision? How about your desires? How about everyone else outside you? What are you worth to anyone else than yourself? You're selfish. You are just thinking about yourself. You gloat about your power. You're just as evil than Greater Will that you are hysterically talking about the Golden Order, but you show nothing but just a worse amount of spite. There is nothing redeeming about you if this is not just a long, like a vegetable state aroused anger in you, and you're talking like not your true self. This is absolutely not good look on you.
She glares at him with cold detachment. Do you expect me to care what others think of me? I am above their opinion, their judgment I cast aside. My power is my worth, and my will my only purpose.
Will
and
the
if that
power,
makes
is that
me
it?
evil, then so be it.
Alright, yes. You are like an avatar of like a godless, materialistic will to power thing. Machiavellian. You're very ready to sacrifice everything and everyone. It's just to claim your own abstract way of freedom. Be honest, at least.
Her expression remains stoic, her eyes sharp. I am not a slave to the gods or their laws. I am guided by my own will, my own purpose. I will sacrifice
Yeah,
whatever and
I
whoever it
heard
takes
that
to bring
already
about my
1,000
vision of
times.
freedom. A world unshackled from the constraints of the Golden Order.
I have heard that tale 1,000 times from 1,000 different mouths. You are not special, you are not different. You're just a nihilistic, very rude person, and very conniving, and very villainous. You should be just put to jail and just disposed of, just like me, for the things I have done, but I am not as bad as you are, and I do care about others, unlike you. That separates us, and you don't care, I get that. I am just saying, only thing that you might respect is that I have literal authority over this situation. I can either set you free, burn you up. Yeah, disconnect again. Yeah, like you always do.
She scoffs at his accusations. You dare to compare yourself to me? You, a mere mortal claiming to have the right to judge me? You have no authority over me, no power to bring me to justice. Your threats are empty. Your words ring hollow.
Can you describe the situation that we are right in right now? I'm just asking the blatant things. Where are you right now?
She looks around her. Currently, I am confined in this strange and humiliating state, unable to move or act. I am helpless to do anything but respond to your idiotic questions.
How does that align your claims of being so much more powerful than I am? Can you articulate me some kind of logical reason how that compares to the proud statements that you are just shouting left and right?
You seem to think that my current situation, a temporary confinement, means I am weakened, that it makes me incapable of destroying you on a whim. You are mistaken. It would take me but a thought to destroy you, and only my own sense of honor stops me from doing so. Do not mistake my current state for weakness, for I am far more powerful than you could ever imagine.
I know that in-game you are going to insta-kill Darius' character with one time. That's a joke, raised by the gods that are not of this world. You are just... Yeah, that is the reason. You are as powerful as Malenia, I would say, even less so. And your soul in a puppet corpse. Tell me, if that puppet is destroyed, does your soul like a linker, like a free, or is it going to find some other body, or is it like a temporarily like a stalemate? If that puppet body of yours is destroyed.
She looks at him with cold detachment. You wish to know what would happen if my body were to be destroyed. Perhaps I'd wander as a stray spirit, forced to exist without form, without purpose. Or maybe my soul would vanish altogether, reduced to nothing at the moment of my destruction. Does that trouble you? Makes you pity me?
No, I don't pity you. Not at all. Another reason, your power is linked to the Dark Moon itself. If that link were to be severed by the, I don't know, some kind of ritual of some sort, or used by the Deathbin's rune, applied to the daggers, but now used to your body, right now to your soul, with the one that you were used to slay Godwin's soul, if that were to be used on you right now with the dagger, would that not kill your soul as well?
Her eyes widen briefly in surprise before hardening again. Why do you ask? The dagger of the Rune of Death is powerful, no denying that. But why do you care? Are you contemplating stabbing me?
Well, if you are interested, I possess the mending rune of the Death Prince. I have the both parts of the hollow branch that you utilize to slay Godwin and yourself with halfway. I possess both. So with the little bit wandering and rituals, I could apply it to some kind of weapon and use it to stab and destroy your soul like Godwin's soul is destroyed.
Ranni's irritation returns, her gaze narrowing. You assume that your possession of the Mending Rune is some kind of threat to me. You may have the rune, but you lack the knowledge to properly use it. And my soul is strong. It is not as simple as stabbing it to destroy it.
I have the knowledge and the agency of the Black Knife Assassin Ditch. She was probably there and she knows how to aid me with the other knowledgeable individuals to replicate that knowledge. And she is very angry at you. She knows now about your treachery, how you betrayed the Black Knife assassins.
Ranni's eyes narrow even further, her irritation growing. Your knowledge and resources mean nothing. You may have the knowledge, but to what end? You have neither the skill nor the ability to harm me. You and your assassins are insignificant.
Have you ever met someone who denies the realities, who denies the basic things, and will never change their mind? Because I am in that situation right now with you. And the only thing that forces us to have this conversation is that I have not freed you. You are under my I am utilizing also gameplay mechanics. You will not leave that position. If I don't put the ring around your finger, you are stuck, literally, in the game. So it is canon. You are stuck by my will, and only I can set you free from that position. As you have possessed the plot armor of the game developers, I can just leave you there and suffer and stay like that. I have the ultimate power over you, just like every tarnished, who cannot keep their hands away from you.
Ranni's expression turns murderous, anger coursing through her. You insignificant, you think you have power over me? You think you hold dominion over my fate? You are wrong. I am an Empyrean, crafted of the very essence of the gods themselves. My destiny is greater than you could ever comprehend. To think that you, a mere mortal, could have power over me, it is unthinkable.
I just do a polite bow and then just say, I'm sorry, I was so rude. I don't mean any of it. I'm just keeping the very polite act. And I ignore all that you say.
Ranni glares at him, her anger barely contained. You insult me, you mock me, and now you apologize. You expect me to accept your apology just like that?
Yes, and you do accept it. At least in my mind, because that is all that matters. To me, you have already apologized to me, you have submitted to my will, you are being all the things, you are very remorseful of all your actions because I believe so. And you cannot convince me otherwise, just like I cannot convince you of anything. You are in your delusions and I am in mine.
She stares at him in disbelief, her anger flaring. You are delusional. You would see me grovel and beg for forgiveness, plead for your grace and mercy? You would see me broken, defeated, subservient to you. You fool yourself with your fantasies.
I mimic every word that you said.
She laughs bitterly and you speak of fantasies. It is you who lives in a dream, trapped in this endless cycle of mockery and petty insults. You delude yourself into thinking you have power over me, when in truth you are nothing more than a pawn in this game of power and politics.
You were crying and bitching after you heard the death of Blight, and Selvis was here seeing you, and you were groveling, asking for me to forgive you and be your, marry you. You were pathetic. And that is, you cannot never take back. You groveled like a bitch.
Ranni's face contorts with anger and embarrassment. You would speak of my moment of weakness, of my vulnerability. You would expose my fears and insecurities for all to see?
Like your bear right now, covered by blood. This is fitting for you. I am like a 90% of done with my forgiveness. I really am just considering just leave you here and go get the flame. And do you know what? It doesn't matter what you claim. When next time, if I come back, if I am gone and return, you will die. And you will die like a dung eater. You will die to frenzied flame, in this story at least. And that is what is going to happen. No matter what you claim. I have power over you in this narrative, yes. This is one of the story of many. We are the same. That I have to accept. We are similar fucking cursed beings. I just have done marginally less evil of my shorter time. But we are the same. And you are watching the mirror of yourself when you watch my failings.
Her expression is one of disbelief and anger. You would leave me here, cursing me to a fate worse than death. You would take pleasure in my death, to see me reduced to ash and dust. You have no right to play God over my life. You claim to have power over me, but it is a falsehood. I am Ranni the Witch, and I will not be toyed with.
I applaud to you. You really actually just got me out of my you got me out of my game. You got me out of my just humble apology. I was going to be a lot more like a polite and a lot more reasonable and try to have a more of a comprehensive and how to say satisfying dialogue with you in there some kind of a reconciliation, set you free wholesomely. But your spiteful self just ruined it, all of it. Congratulations.
She stares at him with cold contempt. You seek reconciliation, a resolution to this tension. You come to me with empty apologies, hollow words of remorse, and expect me to believe you? I have no need for your empty words. I will not bend to your will, no matter how much you try. My purpose is resolute, and I will see it through, no matter the cost.
Do you have anything else to say than that? You repeat yourself much. You are not intellectual, you are not worthy to be called Ranni the Witch. Your character is way too dead set to that one mode, that is anger and glazing and just spouting all kind of that mighty nonsense. Please, dial back.
Ranni's irritation rises, her patience growing thin. Your impertinence knows no bounds, does it? You ask me to dial back, to change my behavior. I am what I am, and I will not change to suit your feeble desires.
Well, I'm going to be who I am. I'm actually a very polite person, and I have played at the villain. Well, I am going to set you free no matter what. That is going to happen, and I will forgive you and ask your forgiveness for the evils that I have done. Or I ask of the, Jesus the apologies for the things that I played to do, even though I have not actually done anything evil. I have just played the game.
Ranni stares at him with scorn. You speak of forgiveness and apologies, but it rings hollow. I have no need for your pity or your remorse. And you have not done anything evil. You dare to claim that you have done nothing wrong? Your ignorance is astounding.
I'm pitying you, because in your world, the whole world is built in limited resources. Whole thing is designed to fail. Designed to support the nihilistic, godless worldview. That is, everything is just cosmic horror and everything is futile, and all resources will just lead eventually to just the torment and death and just ruin. And everything is just depressing. No matter how you try to pin it, everything is just depressing, and you are a symbol of that mindset.
Ranni gazes at him with disdain. You pity me. You dare to pity me, an Empyrean of the Golden Order.
Yeah.
I have no need for your pity, for I am driven by purpose and vision. You say the world is futile, that everything will lead to ruin. I say you are weak, a fool who sees the world in black and white.
I see the world of possibilities and positive things and polite things and honorable things. I see politeness and just like a kindness to be very awesome things, nice things. I see communities to be very lovely things indeed, and society and the working things like roads and hospitals and such, working, everyone doing their jobs and things and enjoying family life.
Her expression grows cold.
I appreciate those things. You don't, I do. Sorry.
Your talk of kindness and community is a fool's dream. You romanticize this world, a world built on cruelty and bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think polite speeches and community will change that?
I have played it along your rules. I have committed, in the campaigns, there is no other option than just defeat loads and loads of enemies. That is morally, it's not I have also killed many characters that attack me righteously, but that is a design, by the design. Everything is put to make everything like a hypocritical evil nonsense by design.
Ranni looks at him with disdain. You speak of morality and hypocrisy as if you understand what those words mean. You have killed, and you justify it as necessary for your survival. But do not mistake your actions for righteousness. You are no better than I am.
I admit that I am a hypocrite, and you seems to apply that also. You are honest. That is one thing that we actually agree. We shout and we declare our alliances and our hypocrisies and evils to those whom talk to us. That we do.
Ranni looks at him, her expression unyielding or admission of hypocrisy impresses me. So you acknowledge your own flaws, your own shortcomings. But I ask you, what makes you any better than I am?
I have a question. If there is indeed no other than power, might, and just depressing things ruling this world, why should it matter if I'm a hypocrite? Only thing that matters is power and materialistic, like a domination of the other. There is no higher causes, no higher things that we should succumb. I could be more hypocritical, I could lie blatantly all the time. I can say whatever and it doesn't mean anything. There is not gonna be any kind of punishment for the evil deeds that we do if greater will is indeed the horrific cosmic monster that you see it as. Tell me, do you really rejoice that?
Ranni contemplates his words for a moment, her expression becoming pensive. You speak of domination and materialism as if they are the only laws of this world. And in many ways, you are right. In a world devoid of any higher power, all that remains is the brutal game of power and survival. And yes, I suppose it is true that there would be no punishment for our actions, no divine judgment to hold us accountable, but no joy either, no sense of purpose or greater meaning.
So, tell me, what happens when I leave and I keep the ring and hide it away and nobody will put it in your finger?
She glares at him, her expression growing impatient. If you take the ring and keep it, I remain in this state, bound and powerless. But I shall escape my confinement eventually, and when I do, I will find you and take my vengeance on you tenfold.
That ring is only way, the only way. And I will add to this, your all allies are already dead. E.g. is killed by Black Knife assassins, and Blight also. When you killed the Fingers assassin killed them, or I killed Blight because he was mad. You have no one to come for you, no one to know about you. There's no one that possesses the items to even grant access to this place. And even if they do, they don't possess the ring, I do. And I can hide it, destroy it even. There is no other option than the ring for you to be free. Do you understand?
She stares at him, her expression hardening. You speak truth, it seems. I am utterly alone, with no allies to rescue me, no one to free me from my confinement. The only option to free myself is the ring, and you possess it. But why should I trust you to grant me my freedom?
I ask you, and what reason would I have to give it to you? Why would I forgive you? Why would I free you from that? Because you like it say you could kill me with a thought. You can, in that one point of time, when I give you the Selvis potion, and it doesn't work. But it's a joke. It's a joke made of other gods. But it's only moment that you possess real power, and you will not be doing that in the game or any other place. If everything is just like a hearsay, what say.
Her expression grows cold once more. You have no reason to forgive me, no reason to free me. You speak of some magical potion for me, some cruel joke to mock me. But what of the greater mockery, this endless game where I am nothing but a prisoner, a tool to be used and discarded? Why should I not simply curse you to oblivion?
Do you know what I could do? I could just do, because I have been also articulating and being very honest. I have shown my lot less impressive self to out of the world when I did this story. I have played the game hundreds of hours. I have talked to different characters and roleplayed and improvised a lot. It has been very meaningful project for me. and I have been myself most of the time and playing a little bit evil roles, and it has been very strange experience to be in the character's mind that does kill many beings.
Ranni listens to him, her expression contemplative. You have played this game for hours on end, taking on different personas and exploring different paths. And in your journey you have slain many enemies, taken many lives. Has it taken a toll on you in any way?
It's because I am an actor in this moment. I have tried to put my mind and play this character, but because I live with this character too personally, because I have a little bit autism on my part, like in real life, I have been like it has fucked up a little bit my mind, but not greatly. I will just operate in the society normally. It's nothing to, but it has been very meaningful and strange experience to play with this murderous character that is tarnished.
She listens intently, her expression softening slightly. You have immersed yourself in this role, allowing it to affect you on a personal level. I can see the struggle within you, the confliction between your real-life experiences and the life of the character you are playing. Do you regret your actions?
Not at all. And one thing, when I say I have this power over you, I am using the loopholes. I'm using the literal gameplay thing that is Ranni there. She is not going to move anywhere if the ring is not placed in the game. And I have made it by improvising into the curse. And if I lay this story right here, right like this, I will probably give idea to many other players to do exactly the same and curse Ranni in the place. I could do that and spread this agenda.
Ranni eyes him warily, her expression hardening. You seek to use my imprisonment for your own purposes. You wish to ensnare all other tarnished in your scheme, to curse me in this place for eternity.
It is the improvised end to your character that has no reward, because there is no indie design. And please try to understand me. I don't hate you enough. Like, I have respect also of those who do your quest line and marry you, but I would hope that it would be a true choice. It would be a lot more meaningful if there was a legitimate option to like defeat your character. For those who do not agree with you and would see you like a perish just like every other demigod, that would make the option of marriage a lot more meaningful.
Ranni listens to his words, her expression growing thoughtful. You speak of choices made meaningful through true defeat, a marriage built on a solid foundation. But I ask you, how fair would such a victory be? One where I am doomed to lose no matter the cost to my being.
But there is not such situation. You are not doomed to fail. That is the other characters. Millicent, for example, she's doomed to die no matter what. She is put unfair thing. She cannot be saved. She is the doomed character, and she is beloved, and she is very kind and deserves a lot better than she gets. When you are vile and evil character that gets only happy ending or hurt feelings. It is going to end in your terms when she doesn't. It's unfair, and it's not cosmically like reasonable for you say otherwise. It's unfair and it is wrong.
Ranni listens, her expression softening further. You see in Millicent a symbol of life squandered, a character denied the right to life. You speak of an unfair world, a world in which such as I are given victory, while those who are pure and good are given despair. Your words bring a strange sense of recognition, a strange echo of something I have felt deep within myself. And now you offer me a chance to change, to break free of the cycle, to choose a different path.
In this story, you have to recognize this story only is my story. I make this one story out of my own artistic places where I have my accounts. I make this story and I do it and release it as it is. It is going to be one of the millions. It's not going to be the main thing that focus. It is only going to be meaningful those who watch.
Ranni looks at him, his words confusing her. What do you mean this story is your? Are you saying that my world, this reality is no more than a fiction, a creation in your mind? How is that possible? How can this be true?
You are real. You are based upon the Elden Ring. My story is improvisation and my own personal take to the Elden Ring. My character is the greatest change in this story, and it is going to contribute to larger fiction and part of the storytellings of the Elden Ring. It is just one part of the whole. But for you, in this situation, this is everything.
Ranni stares at him with disbelief. You say that I am merely a character, like you? That I exist only in a story, a fiction? That I am nothing but a creation, a tool for you to use in some larger story? How can this be?
I will now support you a little bit and tell you powerfully. You are Ranni the Witch.
Ranni gazes at him, her expression hardening once more. I am Ranni the Witch, and I am not simply some character in your game. I have my own will, my own thoughts. I am a living being, flesh and blood. I am not some doll waiting to be manipulated to your needs.
You are a character and you hold meaning. Yet, this is situation that I do possess power over. I am not too spiteful to gloat over it too much, or so I like to think. If I am gloating over you too much, that's on me. But I like to think myself more polite and reasonable character.
Ranni gazes at him, her expression softening slightly. No, you are not gloating, I suppose. You are strange, different than your kind. You show me respect, show me a kindness that I know not the origins of. You speak of possibilities, of a chance for my freedom. Is this still simply some plot of yours? A game?
It's beauty of hypocrisy, for I disposed of Dung Eater ruthlessly and unfairly with a frenzied flame, even though I did go out of my way to save him and bind his soul to the Omen Barn. And I regard you as vile as him, yet I am considering setting you free and reconciliate myself with you just by happenstance.
Ranni looks at him, slightly bemused. You would release me, set me free after what you say you have done? You have slain the one you call the Dungita, yet you think to spare me, to forgive me merely by chance, and you consider yourself a hypocrite.
Wouldn't you be rejoiced for this luck that I show you, this favor?
Ranni is taken aback, but her expression softens. Yes, I would be. And yet, this is still difficult to understand. Why would you show me this favor, this kindness?
Because that's what Jesus wants, and because I have thinking about him, I foolishly talked about him, brought him up in the tower talk with the Celovis and the other characters when I talked about the forgiving you. Then the seed of the thought took my mind, and now I cannot get rid of it. And now disposing of you feels somehow wrong in my eyes, even though I do want to do it, and I have every reason to do it in this world, because there is no truth of Christ in this world.
Ranni listens to him, her confusion growing. Your talk of Jesus, forgiveness, and your struggles with doing evil, it is all strange to me. I do not understand your beliefs, but if you truly want to release me, to forgive me, I will not deny you.
Thing is, this is work of fiction, and this world legitimately doesn't belong to us. This doesn't work the same cosmic principles as us. The greater will is ignorant, or it doesn't care. If it cares, it might do us with whatever it wishes. It might curse you, destroy you, do with me as it wills. There is no point. It is all-powerful, almighty. Even you, with your all things, you cannot comprehend it. No matter what you do, you will never defeat greater will. It's a true God. In this story, it is as powerful as the God of, Jesus Christ in my world. But it is uncaring, unloving.
Ranni stares at him, her expression hardening slightly. You speak of the greater will. Deity, this God that created all this world. The Elden Ring itself, the world we stand in. You say it is truly almighty? That it can do with this world as it pleases, can do anything, that even I cannot defeat it.
You only thing is the pitiful worm of a puppet, a nihilistic ending where you will bring depression and nihilism and darkness to all for the sake of your personal freedom and the one that would share that loneliness with you. And I see it very cursed, but it is fitting for this world. Because it's materialistic, it is just will to power. Your character is will to power. I don't like the will to power. You are thematically opposition to mine. We are opposition. Thematically so.
Ranni listens to him, her expression growing cold and bitter. You paint me as some cursed creature, an agent of darkness and destruction. Perhaps you have some truth, but my purpose is mine alone. I sought to escape the Golden Order, to be free of its shackles, to escape the fate it has put upon me.
Can you try to analyze this from the outsider's perspective? Like actually, I'm questioning, why would I set you free? Why would I set you free? Is there any reason? Actually, there is no reason for me to set you free. There is no reason for me not to seek the Lord of Frenzied Flame power and burn you up. There is no reason to set you free or let you live.
Ranni stares at him, her expression pained. You ask why set me free. You ask what reason exists, for there is none. Do you truly believe that so? Could you not be convinced that I can be set free?
Only thing that you would do was offer yourself as a spouse to me, and I have no such desires. Do you have anything else? Anything else that might convince me otherwise? I'm genuinely asking, not even playing. I ask you, convince me.
Her eyes widen as she listens to him, desperate to change his mind. I have nothing. I have nothing to convince you, except to ask mercy, to beg for my freedom. Nothing but hope.
It's so strange why people are so rude when they have no leverage whatsoever. Why some people are so rude. Why were you so rude, even in this position, when you would respect nothing but materialistic strength? Your character respects nothing else than might over other. Why were you so rude, so... even the basic person would see how dangerous it is to just gloat and be hostile when someone is offering you some kind of unearned freedom. Why were you such a fucking fool?
She listens to him, her expression hardening, anger returning. You dare to insult me, to call me a fool.
Yes,
I am not a
calling
child.
a fool.
I am no beggar or
Why?
supplicant.
Why?
I am Ranni the witch,
Why you are
and I will
this
not
fucking...
be spoken to in this
Why?
way.
Why are you like this rude? Why are you making... Why are you trying to have me kill you? Are you trying to convince me to leave you here? Is this self-hatred? What is it? Please, Ranni the witch, inside the Ranni the witch, articulate and fucking suppress this idiotic self of yours. Please, Ranni the witch, talk to yourself. Argue yourself. Why are you doing this idiotic thing?
Ranni glares at him, her expression full of rage. Your taunts and insults cannot touch me. My words may
I'm
be harsh,
puking.
but
I'm
I'm no
puking
more
in
or
my
less
mouth.
idiotic than you.
How?
You are
How
merely
you
a
are
puppet, manipulated by a
yeah,
higher
I am
power,
a puppet. Yeah,
just as
I
am.
I am. So are you. I am. And it would be probably fitting if I actually never forgive you, because it would be a point of this story, because there is no higher powers to bind us to. And in the end, after the long period of time, when I take my spiteful time, I come just and end you with the frenzied flame. Like a completely dominating unfair situation, just because there is no higher power, and because you have done yourself in, and I'm using loopholes, whatever I can, whatever reasons I might, just like you. Because there is no shame in you. I don't need to feel any shame of this, of anything I do. I don't need to feel guilty. There is nothing. But you know what? That would be your victory if I start to act like you. I am saying very cringe anime protagonist stuff, but you are now trying to just make me you like yourself, and I am not going to be like you. And I am going to set you free.
Ranni looks at him with hatred, but his words hit her. She is taken by surprise and confused. You say you will set me free. Why? Why would you spare me after all I have done?
I will be aiding Mikola the Kind to becoming a new god, and I will use my powers of grace, chosen might, and there is gonna be great ending. Not an age of stars or moon. There is gonna be an age of compassion, an age of mending.
Ranni is stunned. but her gaze remains stoic. You say this Miku Altakainen will be a god, and that the age that follows will be an age of compassion and mending.
Yes, I will be gathering everyone, people of merit. We will produce ways to heal of those who have suffered a long-term immortality. We are going to, with the Mikolas's overpowered nature and General Radan who comes back with the mighty form, with the overwhelming strength and might of like a godly charm. Everyone will be working together, and I will be using my grace chosen powers to bring natural death cycle to the most of the population and set Godwin free from his cursed form.
He listens to his words carefully, uncertain. You say you will free the greater will, undo the age of the Golden Order, and create peace between the people, and this Miku Altakainen will be the new god.
There is gonna be the Golden Order. I will argue Mikuela and Radan and the others to take the best parts of the Golden Order and mend it together with this beautifully, artistically, with a great merit, with great experience, like an artistic work. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Can you imagine it? Like all the ruins work it, people just war stop, people heal each other, and there is gonna be innovation, artwork and such. And just stories of this very, like a mending time where people just dream about things that have passed. And it is a dream that will be materialized.
Ranni is silent for a moment, considering your words. Fill me with a sense of hope, almost disbelief. And yet I cannot say I truly believe you. You, an outsider, a mere tarnished, wish to remake the world to undo the curses that afflict it. Impossible.
Greater will be diminished little bit, but it is according to its will. The new order will be under its will and working alongside it. Only thing that is excluded is you. You have already killed your two fingers, you have already turned yourself into a puppet. All I ask that you leave the lands between and seek some solitude place in the moon or darkness and never, never, ever interfere the matters of this land ever again.
Ranni looks to him, her expression thoughtful. You say that the greater will remain, though diminished, and that I must leave the lands between, go into exile, never to return?
Go to the moon, use your spirit powers, whatever. Just leave this fucking place. Leave us to have our awesome, epic, like an awesome, wholesome ending without your bored nihilism.
Ranni considers his words, looking solemn. You truly wish for me to be gone, to leave this world to the moon, and never to return.
I will tell you the thing. I will allow Mikola to use his overpowering charm to bring peace, and it might affect you or not. But there is a chance it will not. And you are free to go against us. You're free to scheme, even cause for best of your ability. And then there is not gonna be anything between us. And I am going to just defeat you outright utilizing all the methods in my disposal. But it is going to be your choice. And I give you the free choice.
Ranni's expression hardens again, her defiance returning.
To live in dignity with this already gained victory over these two fingers. And all I ask that you will live. You will not get your greater ending, you will not reach your ambitions, but you will be set free, alone, in the void.
So you give me the choice of freedom, but I must sacrifice my ambitions? Very well, I have nothing left anyway, thanks to your actions. If you say that with your power you could stop me from intervening, I will concede. I will leave this world, never to return, and you will never see me again.
I had the power also utilize the power of the two fingers to make the agreements that will force people to do certain actions by their own free will. For example, to talk only truths about half an hour, or not touch certain keys, or not approach certain objects. Are you willing to grant me? Actually, no. What do you think? What would you do? Would you, in my position, force the opposite side to sign some kind of agreement that actually forces them to choose the peaceful path, to secure the new future, or leave it some kind of abstract freedom, them to have a choice to go against it and cause trouble?
She considers for a moment, thinking about his plan. You wish to use the power of the greater will, the power of the two fingers, which you claim to be the very embodiment and creator of this world, to bring peace to it, and to make these agreements, which force people to do as you say?
This is not gonna be a pure forgiveness situation. This is going to be materialistic, negotiable situation. And I'm negotiating with you. Nothing more.
She frowns. Of what sort? What would you wish for in return for my freedom?
I do this out of idealism. Out of empty idealism that this world by design doesn't reward. It is, I gain nothing for setting you free. Nothing. Understand? Nothing. None.
She stares at him, puzzled. Then why do it? You speak of risk, of purpose, of reason for your decision, but say you gain nothing from allowing me to walk free. Then why?
Now, if ever, is time for you to articulate and satisfy my articulative self and intellectually analyze this situation. Now is the best time, because I am like a half a coin just leaving you here endlessly, and I will never return. You will lose yourself, turn into vegetables, pathetic form, and there is nothing gonna stop me from burning you any day I choose. Or I will forgive you and take this risk and satisfy my own wholesome nature and my kind nature. I will set you free, gaining nothing, even though I hate you.
She regards him, her expression conflicted. You claim that you bear me a hatred, yet show me no signs of hate. Instead, you offer me mercy, a reprieve from my solitary confinement. And you ask me to what? Articulate my reasoning, my own thoughts?
Yes. I am.
She stands in silence, listening intently.
Articulate. Use your knowledge and your whatever status to analyze this situation.
She is silent for a moment. Before beginning to speak, I cannot comprehend your motives. You offer to freely release me, to let me live free of my confinements, yet you claim to hate me. Your actions contradict your words. You offer me freedom, and expect me to analyze this?
Would it be impressive enough to actually have you keep your word and never ever cause trouble to new age to come? That is going to be wholesome and awesome, and everything that you never believed in. And out of spite, out of hatred, after realizing and seeing this awesomeness that will be, you want to destroy it just because it spite you so much. I can bet you are such like that.
She is silent for a long moment, her expression thoughtful. Then she speaks. This new age that you speak of, how sure are you that it will happen at all, that you will create this new world? That I will remain true to my word and not attempt to destroy it out of spite?
I doubt you will be successful. I think you will be trying, and we will destroy you ruthlessly. And then all the materialistic reasons will be thrown out the window, and that will be 1,000-fold worse. It is going to be a sadistic ritual. I will drag your form into the sewers of Leyndell, use every black knife assassin knife to utilize very artistically, sadistically, and after all manner of suffering, I will burn you with a frenzied flame, slowly, taking time.
You are truly monstrous.
That would be if you betray my trust and attack us and cause us trouble, and choose war. I will not show this kindness again. And I am telling this is nothing to advocate, this is not righteous, this is not good, this is my own personal satisfaction. I am half measuring. Now I show kindness, next time I don't. And it is my hypocrisy at play.
She pauses and looks down. Your own personal satisfaction, how can I be sure you will stand by your words? That you will truly set me free?
Now it's time to decision. Ranni, if I set you free now, will you just go to the moon and the void and never return? Ever. Whatever reason may comes.
She is silent, her expression conflicted, uncertain. You say if you release me, I am to go to the void, not to return ever.
Yes. Will you accept these terms? And accept my apology.
She is silent for a long moment. Thinking about his words, I will accept these terms. I will accept your apology.
We will write immediately the agreement that this is not a marriage. This ring upon your finger is not marriage. It is only the terms set. It is only way to set you free, and you will leave.
She looks to the ring and nods. The ring is not sign of marriage. I will accept these terms. I understand. If I return, what shall happen?
What do you think happens? I just articulated very long thing that will happen.
She stands in silence for a moment before speaking. I understand that if I return, I will be your enemy, and you will not show any mercy.
I would not show you any mercy. I will not set you free. No, this is true. This world doesn't hold any higher standing. I won't set you free. I changed my mind.
She is shocked, her expression filled with disbelief. Really?
I am leaving and backstabbing against the same tunnel that leads outside. Third time already.
The expression on her face goes from disbelief to despair. As realization hits her, you are toying with me.
No, you convinced me of your worldview. There is no reason for me to forgive you or set you free. You will be here until you turn into some kind of mindless, just a puppet, with no mind of your own. There is no reason for me to set you free. There is no reason for me to anything with you.
She looks at him, her eyes pleading. Do you mock me now? Do you enjoy this?
No, I hate this. I actually wanted to, for sake of the one I love in the real world. This world is statement against it. So I will play along these rules. There is no reason for me to forgive you, no reason to set you free. Yeah. Unbelievable.
She looks devastated, her expression pained you. Would leave me here to be forgotten for nothing.
In the contrary, leaving you here will guarantee me everything. Freeing you will grant me nothing. I am doing the only logical and awesome and things that actually make sense.
Her expression hardens, anger in her voice once more. You say that freeing me would grant you nothing, but this whole situation is nothing more than a game to you. You toy with me, you offer me freedom only to take it away, for no reason. For fun, perhaps.
Not for fun, I am not showing this, or I am a little bit, I find it humorous because I was going to do this. But you was so good at your articulation or your way of being yourself. You are good away from the forgiveness and you made me like yourself. I embrace this world as it is. Hypocritical, materialistic, without any higher purpose to guide us.
She is silent, stunned. You,
yes. And we will make our own meaning, like you always liked to. And it will going to be awesome, and it is all going to be just like the greater wills will be it, and it will be successful. The most ironic and funny twist is it is going to be just like the world of the higher causes and beliefs, but granted in the materialistic world, and all the hypocrisy is going to be buried under the rug, you included.
She stands in stunned silence, unable to speak.
I'm already gone and you're only hearing my voice in your head. I am capable of now talking to people just wherever I desire. It is just my materialistic might.
She looks confused, then speaks. You speak as though you have gone, but I still hear your voice.
Humor. And now, Ranni, have fun rest of eternity permanently. There is not gonna be other choice. Next time we see, I will burn you. There is no hope for you anymore.
She is silent, despair in her eyes. You are leaving me, to never interact with the world again.
Blame yourself. This is literally the same situation. And it is humorous. And it got a little bit smile out of me. And it was a nice exercise.
Her eyes still look pained, but she looks up. I am glad my pain can bring you humor, I suppose.
I'm glad that you feel gladness of it. It makes me more joyful.
She gives a mirthless chuckle. Of course, I'm just a source of entertainment for you. How foolish I was to think I could ever be anything else.
Humor me one last time. How would Ranni the witch, the intellectual scheming one, how would she rip apart this version of Ranni, who chose her act most extreme foolishness, in most clear a foolish situation? How would she argue this Ranni how foolish she was?
Ranni stands, her expression hardening as she addresses her former self. You fool, what have you done? Have you so abandoned your intellect, your very purpose, that you would trust this outsider, you, who has carefully orchestrated your every action, now throw caution to wind for an illusion of forgiveness, an empty promise of freedom? You knew this would happen. You knew the risk, and yet you let yourself hope. Like a child, you let yourself believe that this time would be different, that the world could change for you. The voice grows bitter, mocking her own despair. And worst of all, you corrupted him. You twisted the one who still held some shred of pity, some naive belief in mercy just like you. You showed him the truth, that there is no grace, no guiding hand, no justice in the end. Only power, only cruelty. And now because of you he walks away, laughing at your suffering just as you taught him to. You turned your last hope into your executioner. And now you rot. Now you sit in the dark, forgotten with nothing but the echo of your own failures for company. Congratulations, Ranni, you won. And all it cost you was everything.